on the top side of the map, things are already looking very scary from the perspective of VKS with the fact that BLG have so much comfort on their side.
And so the final pick of the draft here on Red 5 is just that Varus that we were talking about already, and I'm not going to lie to you, Isaac.
QE, and then if you get interrupted flash after, but either way now Shadow's staying active and looking for Boal.
Yeah, Shadow wants to at least get another summoner spell up here, takes a chomp out of Boal, immediately taking a lot of turret aggro. Shadow with a late flash, what in the hell is going on? BLG just gift wraps it!
They're going to zone Elk away from as much farm as they can. They secure a plate as well.
They get the clone out of the Nico on, trying to buy a little bit of time, but no, it's VKS teaching last year's Worlds runner-up how to do a tower dive. Chains of Corruption coming out now. They want a little bit more damage. Morteo's barely hanging on to life, and Desamas as well. A double kill for the
They would have loved a little bit more funneling into Elk, but at the very least, they dissuade the dive. They close the goal gap. Trimby's taking a lot of damage.
Trimby trying to get away from all of that burst. The Mega Inferno Bomb only hits him on the
reliable.
Yeah.
All right, so this is actually one of the latest grub takes I feel like we've seen at this tournament, and even throughout this year. Grubs are almost always within the first 30 seconds they spawn. You see at least one of the teams sending their jungler over to at least secure one grub. But because of the chaotic state of this game, it's 9.5 minutes in before the grubs are first taken, and it is VKS securing all three as Trimby's in a bit of a tough spot here. The Pillar's trapping a Mega Inferno Bomb for the slam dunk, and that means Knight's getting paid on this one.
A disrespectful back from Trimby. He's sitting on top of a ward. They know the ward is there. He thinks he's safe. He doesn't have his flash to get away to safety. He's just secured an objective, and so there's no reason for BLG not to be pathing towards the Dragon to try and cross map. And ultimately, BLG just picked themselves up a free kill.
Yeah, he seemed very slow to react on that play, and maybe caught shopping a little bit.
But yeah, both teams without really anything significant to play for. It's a lot of fishing. It's a lot of maybe playing for plates, maybe looking for a pick. And so I expect both teams to be kind of very respectful of one another as I say that.
Yeah, on goes in for the Pop Blossom, and once again, it's going to be Trimby just deleted off the rim.
Straight up, I think is going to be a challenge for them. Boal has not really been able to extend this lead. You know, he is up a decent amount of gold, did get a plate. That is nice, but Bin and Shadow here.
Yeah, Bin's immediately going to drop the ulti as Shadow runs through the frozen domain, throws the pillar down. Public execution from Boal, trying to play this defensively, but now with a redemption coming in, VKS, they turn it around. As
It's been really working when they do play through this bot lane, but every time they try to force something on the top side of the map, things just haven't been going their way. Right now, though, they do have position. They know that Desamas has just used the ultimate. They know that as well, Boal doesn't really have much left to continue the fight, so they turn their attention on. And again, they brought their bot lane up, and this is a nice sign from the side of BLG as they now want to try and get Elk and On invested in a dive.
Yep, they're summoning up the Herald here immediately. Boal trying to get away. The Pop Blossom catches it. Mega Inferno Bomb from downtown means Knight's the one taking the kill credit, and Miru and Trimby have no choice but a full retreat. The Herald's going to be driven into the tier 2, but immediately On's going to be shuffled back towards it. Has to flash away in response. Herald then going to...
just kind of spending a lot of time there, Desamas, to not really get involved in anything.
All right, Mountain Drake at least does go the way of going over to VKS. 2-2 on the feet of Monster Slaying. So the next neutral objective will also determine the boots as Miru has to use the Shifting Sands to get away from BLG, who are overloading this top side. Mega Inferno Bomb. Only the edge clips Miru, so he still survives. But the tier 2 cannot tell.
Desamas hasn't been that active and isn't even up in farm as a result, so looking good.
Oh, Pop Blossom forces the flash out of Morteo's, but On will pay the price. VKS get a kill back. They tie it up.
Give over a couple hundred gold, but you got the flash off of Morteo's, and it is going to mean he's going to be very vulnerable.
Okay, Bin going in with the ulti here on the Jax. Killer Instinct from Elk brings him into the fight now too with public execution defensively from Boal. Just trying to get away and buy a little bit more time, but Counter-Strike number 2 locks it up and knocks him down.
No flash on either of your carries. This is great play from BLG, and he's going to stop his recall again.
Yeah, Miru's not even going to be able to participate in the fight at all. It's going to take him so long to get back and heal and then try to teleport in as Knight is just trying to keep everybody on VKS away. The Otacon down to 3,000 HP. On playing defensive here with a Pop Blossom, just trying to create enough space. Thornbound Otacon secured. Boal dives into the BLG front line as they root up Bin, but they do not have the damage to try to kill him. The bouncing bomb barely missing out on Trimby as Miru's going to be the first to die. There's no way out for the Emperor. There's no way through for VKS. BLG take the Otacon.
VKS came so close to such a good team fight, but the pieces just didn't come together. Once the Azir ultimate missed, BLG sees that as an opportunity. They find a quick punish and they just take everything. Arakan gone, kill secured, blue buff taken. VKS is crumbling under the pressure of BLG.
And in the midst of that, they even took the bot tier 1. Now they take the mid tier 1. Now you look up, it's 4K plus Otacon pedals in the advantage here. And it's only 21 minutes in, plus they'll grab the dragon. BLG just getting everything.
At least for VKS, the pedal difference isn't massive because they were pulling most of those from the Rift.
They were doing a good job gardening.
Yes, they were doing a lot of gardening in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Punish onto BLG, at least it'll give them something, a moment of reprieve, but no opportunity will be found. The pillar comes down.
Oh, nice pillar there from Shadow as Desamas tries to take Elk with him, but he just does not have the damage
A little
here.
bit about these range opportunities on both sides, but now that the Ziggs is fully online, he is just melting anytime VKS try to approach. And again, we're seeing it here on assisting with that poke.
Desamas in the pit, he wants to go in for the steal, but he does not find that. He's immediately killed by the jump from the Trundle. On is about to die, and Miru takes him out, but Bawal cannot kill Elk. BLG are gonna get everybody here as Miru and Morteos cannot get away. Elk will not be found. It's a double kill for the Kaisa. It's black and white.
We have been pushing mid lane. Knight is already gonna crack this tower. And we'll just be the inhibitor tower, not the inhibitor.
This team, it just becomes chaos in the river. We jump back to live.
Oh, I think it might be a repeat of that performance here for Desamas as Shadow just beats him upside. Be able to have. They've still got their Red Bull Baron power play for another 90 seconds. And gentlemen, they're already at plus 6,600 gold on this one. This one's looking like the end of the game as Bawal cannot do anything to try to protect the tier 3 here in the bottom lane. Bin split pushing in mid lane. Top lane inhibitor is already exposed. Remember, in the bottom lane inhibitor is first to fall. The 4-man squad on BLG continues pushing bottom as Trimby's got to be careful. Shadow and a little bit of poke behind him takes Trimby down below half HP immediately. Another bouncing bomb. Trimby has to head back into the fountain as BLG's siege continues.
Yeah, Knight even throws in an ult there, tries to take out Trimby. Trimby was able to sidestep it, but Knight is 16, has a death cap, and Miru's just getting chunked out.
And Bin is going to take care of the last tier 3 turret at the same time. That one's gone. Inhibitor about to follow here in mid. And now Bin, if he wants to, can just try to walk up to the top side, take out that third and final inhibitor, and lock VKS in their base for the rest of the game. Looks like BLG are putting a lot of pings up there towards that area. It's going to be Elk, actually, who steps up forward to start putting the damage into it. Trimby, Bawal, and Morteos all trying to put themselves in a position to maybe stop this. But with Knight and Bin right there beside Elk, it's far easier said than done. BLG looking for inhibitor 3. They will find it very, very easily. And now VKS stuck.
And allowing both your soul laners to get counterpicked by the blue side team, to me, is just like, that is kind of asking for it, right? Like, you know, when you are the heavy underdogs, you need to be able to be aggressive. You need to be able to get advantageous matchups, push the pace. Trimby's in trouble.
Yeah, Trimby with a killer instinct from Elk, threatening his life. Does stay alive for now, but the Mega Inferno Bomb will remedy that real fast. Miru tries to finish the job, but the only thing finished is his time on Summoner's Rift. 50-second death timer here for the mid laner from VKS as a 5v3 for BLG is looking like the end of this game. Shadow throws out the pillar, Chains of Corruption, Pop Blossom on 3. Ben gets the kill, Morteos is already down. Desamas trying to fight back, but he can't even kill on. Bawal stuck on the steps of the fountain, watching the last remnants of his base get destroyed. BLG bulldoze game 1.
The result is what we expected. The start was not absolutely